We're going to take a close look at four-dimensional thinking today, which is when the lines between reality and inner and outside thought start to blur. Now let's get going. For a little period, imagine that everything occurs right now, at this very instant. This is the core of the paradigm known as four-dimensional thinking, which goes beyond the bounds of traditional vision. It is the belief that the quiet talks we have with ourselves, the internal discussions, mold not just our ideas, but also the outside world. Our encounters with others and the environment around us are shaped by the deep thoughts and conversations we have, thus inner dialogues and ideas of the seas of imagination. And our imaginations bring our lives to life, like scenes from a space movie. However, what experience do we really want to create? We don't want to imply that creation is the act of creating something out of nothing. Rather, we are discussing the illumination of that which is already there in the unseen realm, as everything is fundamentally already there, only waiting to be realized. Consider it an adventure towards realizing this already existing truth. Our ideas, inner conversations, and dreams act as a compass to direct us on our trip. Unlike the constant commotion in our minds, our inner voice talks in an attitude of plenty and peace. It serves as a reminder that anything is conceivable in the fourth dimension. Neville Goddard often imparted the knowledge of four dimensions thinking, challenging us to emulate God by reflecting on how God makes the unseen become apparent. This idea that the invisible may become seen applies to our own lives as well, as we are all capable of making the unseen apparent. To do this, we must harness the power of imagination before externalization. The birthplace of creativity is our inner discourse, those private interactions with ourselves. They are the source from which everything that we envision and ultimately experience in life emerges. As a result, four-dimensional thinking teaches us to imitate God's act of bringing the unseen into the visible world. We develop faith, which is, as Neville sagely observed, devotion to an unseen reality. It is a profound belief in the existence of everything, even if it hasn't shown itself in the material world yet. I always emphasize in our films that we are the creators of our own reality because of this. We have the ability to mold it via our inner dialogue and ideas. Our mental images are more than simply fleeting ideas. We are seeing the beginning of a process. Many individuals, including myself, have seen events before they happened. In our three-dimensional reality, as Neville famously remarked, life on Earth has to go according to design, as man can see an event in 3 dimensions before it happens. And somewhere, in another dimension, this plan must be in motion, slowly traversing our area. Despite how strong our senses are, we are often oblivious to the unseen marvels all around us. We need to liberate our thoughts from the constraints of sensory data if we are to really glimpse the unseen. We have to concentrate on seeing and experiencing the intangible sensation until it acquires the same level of reality as the tangible. We have been socialized to think that the 5 senses are the only ways in which reality exists. But as they say, thinking outside the box, we reach a certain degree in our spiritual development when we start to think for ourselves. We also question ourselves. What do we really want at the same time? How would we want to live? And in seeking answers to these deep issues, we uncover desires that guide us down different routes. Our inner voice, or intuition, serves as our compass when we pay attention to it. It enables us to analyze sensory input from a variety of perspectives. We achieve achievement and see benefits via this practice in ways that are unique to each of us. We may even be regarded as geniuses or imaginative thinkers by others. We may learn how to get beyond the limitations of three-dimensional thinking, which often keeps us stuck in the past and future, by bringing our deepest wishes to life. Thus, we enter a new mental state when we confirm that something has been done. The outside world may not seem to change, but our perspective does. And a brand new reality opens up in front of us. We close the gap between our wants and the sensory information by bringing our internal conversation into alignment with our vision. As a result, we stop feeling oppressed or hurt by situations, people, or surroundings that come from outside. With the help of our inner voice, we choose experiences from the outer world with ease, connecting with people and places that support our spiritual journey and taking us down unexpected but meaningful routes. This is the core of our inner journey, where true desires, inner conversation, and intuition come together to create a life that defies comprehension. There are important roles that specific facts and situations play in the exciting process of manifesting our wishes. However, let's go further into this idea to uncover the untold stories that have the power to change our lives. For instance, let's say you've made the decision to start a new profession. Now consider it. What if you could feel this new career spirit as if it were real already? In order to really feel this essence, we must immerse ourselves in this imagined world, in this holy moment when we perform an act of faith and experience a deep shift. To do this, we must enter into the vision of something wanted with all of our senses engaged. This is where four-dimensional thought and manifestation come into play. We start to notice little changes, even while the outside world seems to remain intact. People show up in our life out of the blue, and feelings and ideas start to surface. These relationships point us in the direction of possibilities that go beyond the traditional route. This non-traditional approach to growth is consistent with the concept of four-dimensional thinking. The core idea of four-dimensional thinking is that everything exists right now, and that our existence is a component of this reality. You must set your mind free from the confines of the five senses in order to become an expert at perceiving the unseen. Thus, concentrate on an unseen condition and experience it until it takes on the same reality as the outside world. Here's where the creative juices flow freely. Another effective technique is to slip into an almost unconscious state and focus on a single image that embodies your goal. You may even write affirmations that say the goal has been accomplished. We experience a distinct state of mind as a result of all these practices, and it is in this state of mind that we sense the completion of the task. Thus, see your ideas as a focused laser beam. When you focus intently and passionately on one path, other experiences become less noticeable, almost as if they never happened. Thus, the secret to manifestation is focus. Being aware of our inner dialogue is a critical component of focus. Thus, ensure that your internal conversation is always in line with what you want to achieve. You will automatically notice changes in the external environment by keeping an eye on internal changes. It's a tuneful dance between the outside world and your inner self. The procedure instills in you a sense of delight and an unwavering focus on your goal as you realize that you own the ability. The outward world is shaped by your presumptions and ideas, while your inner world acts as a catalyst for change. You learn to alter your inner dialogue and see the exquisite transformation of your outside world with every day that goes by. So keep in mind that you are, at your core, the creator of your own world. As the ancient scripture teaches us, this practice opens the way to profound spiritual vision and bestows upon us the capacity to go beyond the realm of the senses, where secret truths lie waiting to be uncovered. Because from the beginning of time, all of God's invisible qualities, including his everlasting power and Godhead, have been made evident and known by creation. leaving no need for justification. We need to understand that our eyesight functions apart from our innate abilities in order to comprehend it. We cannot rely just on our senses of perception. Awakening our spiritual senses is necessary to fully understand life's mysteries. Since these occurrences may be experienced before they emerge in the physical world, they contain the key to what we call four-dimensional thinking, the notion that everything exists here and now, even if it may seem counter to what we have been taught about how the world of the five senses works. We need to go inside and monitor our internal dialogue, the discussions we have with ourselves about our day-to-day experiences and our future goals, if we are to promote this four-dimensional way of thinking. I'm not advocating for you to get mired in an unrealized future. The purpose of this information is to assist you in better comprehending the idea and manifesting your life goals. For instance, consider the times when we feel as if the world is rejecting us and someone questions our goals by implying that neither I nor you are meant to succeed. I understand that hearing this could make you feel a bit uneasy, but everything takes place inside of you. There was an internal discussion prior to this exterior incident. It may have proceeded like this: I don't think I can succeed. Is this truly something I can accomplish? A person's disappointing remarks to you are an outward manifestation of this inner mistrust that is fed by your own ideas. There may be a doubt or presumption inside you that is reflected in the denial we discover in the five sensory realms. You may alter your reality by altering these self-perceptions. All alterations and metamorphoses start in our awareness. These shifts are not happening in the external world as they would seem. They start off as minute motions inside of us. It's like a play developing on our life's grand stage. See the theater of your external environment as a mirror, reflecting the changes occurring inside. Our internal alterations are painted onto behaviors, settings, events, and the information we come across. The inner world makes its appearance in the outside world as a result of this unfolding. Now, I really hope that this idea will hold the key to the change you're looking for, whether it's in your aspirations or even in your spiritual development. Avoid thinking of oneself as the simple product of your five senses, since this may lead to a condition of disassociation from reality that we feel we have no control over. To clean up our thoughts and modify our internal dialogue, it is important for us to understand that these discussions shape our external environment, rather than only reflecting our experiences. Initially, this could appear like a problem, since we assume that they are the source of our reality. But if we work hard, we may progressively alter our viewpoint. Thus, keep in mind that awareness is the source of all change. At every point in our life, there are many options available, even the future, which has been carefully planned in advance. However, it is our internal dialogues, whether prompted by knowledge or external circumstances, that direct us towards the future we want. You have the freedom to choose whether to use force, flow, or a combination of the two to get what you desire. When you recognize that awareness is the source of all change, your inner conversation will become more proactive. By declaring that all power and everything already existing, you open up a universe of limitless possibilities and may gracefully and intentionally create the reality you choose. I appreciate you joining me on this adventure. I encourage you to like and subscribe to our channel if this video spoke to you. In order for others to benefit from this message, please share this video with them. Additionally, don't forget to leave a comment below with your ideas, insights, and experiences. Once again, I appreciate you joining me and watching. I'll see you soon, and take care.